Hi, my name is Daued and thank you for welcoming me into your homes today. I'm very happy to see you again and I hope you're happy to see me too. I hope you're having a good time already, and if you're not, then I promise you, you will have now, because today, together, we're going to do something very important, something very amazing, something very useful and something very interesting. I'm telling you, it's going to be so much fun. You need to do a very simple thing. What is that? You need to pay attention. So please pay attention and listen carefully, because that is the key, that is the secret to make everything super easy. Before we start, I want you to say something with me, and trust me, it's going to feel so good. So are you ready? Alright, it's a new, beautiful, peaceful and positive day today. So I'm going to forget about all my worries and I'm going to enjoy this day. I hope you're feeling better now. Today I would like to talk to you about a poem, and the name of this poem is My Mother at 66. Now I know you love your mother very much. I know you love your father very much. I also love my mother and my father very much. The poem is about mother. The poet, whose name is Kamala. So first of all, our sincere thanks. We should always give due credit to the writer, to the poet, because they write these poems, these stories for us, from which we learn a lot of good things, a lot of moral values, and sometimes we get entertained too. So our sincere thanks to the poet Kamala for writing this poem for us. So the poem goes like this. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Let me tell you, to be able to understand the point of view, the perspective, the nazariya of the writer, of the poet, you need to use your imagination. So you need to imagine that either you are the poet yourself, or you are somewhere near him. You are a part of the poem. You are there. So use your imagination. Okay? Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Nose open-mouthed, her face ashen, like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. So, what was I doing? I was driving from my parents' home. I was going to Cochin last Friday. And I saw my mother, and I looked at my mother's face. She was sitting beside me. And looking at her face, I realized that she was getting old, and she was as old as she looked. But then, soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the married children, spilling out of their homes. But then what did I do? I pushed that thought away. I don't want to have this thought, no. I just pushed that thought away. And I looked out at young trees sprinting, and I started to look at the trees. You see, when we are sitting in a car, and when we are in a car, and the car, from the car's window, when we see outside, we see the trees sprinting like this, okay? So she has started to look at the trees. I'm looking at the trees and the children, and spilling out of their homes. Spilling out here means, when you imagine that little children running out of their homes, like if you will see from the sky or from afar, it will look like they are spilling out of their homes. So I started to look at the trees sprinting and the children, married children, meaning happy children, spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, and after the security check at the airport, you need to go through this process of security check. After that, a few yards away, I looked at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. So I was standing a few yards away after the security check at airport, and I looked at my mother's face again, and I saw the colorless, pale face of my mother, like late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. And when the poet says the old familiar ache, this is that ache, this is that pain, this is that fear in the mind of all the children, the fear of losing parents. No child wants to lose his parent. No child wants to lose her parents. We don't want to lose our parents. We never want to lose our loved ones. But when we are little, when we are children, we feel like that. No, I don't want to lose my mother ever. I don't want to lose my father ever. I don't want to lose my mommy ever. I want my father to be with me. I want my daddy to be with me always. I want my mommy to be with me always. So that pain, that ache, is there in the mind of the poet in this very moment when she sees. So my childhood's fear, and this is the same fear which I just shared with you, that we all had when we were children and we still have. We never want to lose our parents. But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. See you soon, I'll see you soon. And all I did was smile and smile and smile. So what have we learned from this poem? We have learned a very simple and a very clear message, that we should always value our mothers, our fathers. We should always value our parents. We should always give them the respect that they deserve. And they deserve 100% respect from the bottom of your heart, from the bottom of my heart. Okay? Because the things that they do for us, nobody can ever do. Their love is unconditional and selfless. So we should always value them. We should always respect them. The lesson in short, the moral in short, is we must value our parents before it's too late. Some of you are not able to find time for them. Some of you are bitter with them because of any reason. But can I tell you, if you would pay attention on this poem, if you would read this poem on your own, I believe you will contact them, you will talk to them, you'll let your bitterness go away. You'll say goodbye to your bitterness. You will say goodbye to your narazgi. You will not hold on to that grudge. You will contact them, you'll talk to them, you'll give them love and respect, which you should. And it has also reminded me of a poetry of mine, which I wrote a long time ago. And it goes like this. My dear mother, I cannot find enough words to write about you. For a very long time, I have been trying to. But each and every time, I fail. Maybe no language in the world has enough beauty of words to describe you. All I want to say is I love you, but I want to love you just like you do. So this is it for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you very soon again. I really enjoyed spending this time with you. Peace be with you. God bless you.